Hey everyone, it's Brittany, and today on Baking with Brittany, we are going to make some homemade pumpkin peanut butter dog treats. Pito, you ready? You want peanut butter treats? Come here. Good boy. Okay, so what you're going to need for this recipe is 2.5 cups of flour. The recipe calls for wheat flour. You can also use almond flour. Pito's ready. 1/2 cup of oats and 1 egg. 3/4 cup of pumpkin puree. Now you want to use 100% pure pumpkin, not pumpkin mix, pumpkin pie mix, pure pumpkin puree. You're also going to need 1/2 cup of peanut butter. You're also going to need 1/4 cup of milk. The recipe says skim milk, but I use almond milk in my house, so I'm just using some almond milk. A teaspoon of baking powder. A mixing bowl. A rubber spatula. And you pretty much just mix all of these together and it's going to make a dough. You can get a cookie cutter. I've seen the dog bone cookie cutters. You can use whatever you want. I think I might just mold my own shape. We'll see what happens. I'm going to see as I go. Alright, so first we're going to start with our wet ingredients. We are going to add our pumpkin. You want to try some of this in a little bit? Pumpkin going in. And we are going to add our milk. Give it a little stir. We are going to add our egg. Give that a little stir. And then we are going to add our peanut butter. I use all natural peanut butter. You can get a Walmart brand or, a store brand of that. It's just better for the dogs to have, and Pito loves it. Now we're going to give this a nice stir. Our mixture should look something like this, nice and combined together. Now we're going to add our dry ingredients. So we're going to start with just a little bit of flour at a time. I'm just going to put in about half. And just incorporate that a little bit in here. It starts to look like this. I'm going to add our baking powder, a teaspoon of that. And then I'm going to mix that in. It's like pretty much mixed up, not fully, but pretty much mixed. I'm going to add the rest of my flour. And you're going to want to slowly just fold that in. It's going to be dry and doughy, so it'll take some time to mix together. And if you have to get in there with your hands, then do that. I probably will in a second. Just makes it a lot easier to do that. Alright, so I'm going to go in with my hands now because it's just a little dry and it'll just make it much easier to mix. Smells so good too. Smells like peanut butter and pumpkin. I love pumpkin everything. I'm that girl. I love pumpkin flavored anything. You give me pumpkin, I will have it. Right, now this is starting to form into like a nice dough. You see right here. So I'm going to wash my hands and then we're going to add the oats. Okay, now we're going to add our oats. We're just going to fold those in to our dough. Ooh, I dropped some dough. I'm just going to take my spatula and just mash them right in there. Okay, so it's pretty much mixed up. It will get more mixed up when I use my hands to roll out the dough. So I'm going to clean up my area, flour my surface, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, we have our floured surface, our dough. Some of the oats are falling out a little bit, so as we're kneading this and rolling it out, they'll get back in there, but we're just going to knead it a little bit just to get all of that dough together. Alright you guys, so I have a pretty good dough formed here. Oh, it smells amazing too. I would be down to eat this, but there's no sugar in it, so it's not going to taste good. But I currently don't have a rolling pin. I need to get one still. So if you don't have a rolling pin, you can use any canned food item, roll that out. You can use a cup, anything that's cylinder shaped works just fine. So I'm gonna go grab something. What I'm gonna do first though is I'm just gonna flatten it out a little bit with my hands. Flipping it over, just flattening, making a nice circle, ready to roll out. I'm just gonna use this glass that I have very carefully. If you do use something like this, just make sure the outside is nice and cleaned off. Wipe it down nice so it's good to go. So I'm just going to roll this out. See how well that works without a rolling pin? You don't need a rolling pin. Just roll it out into a nice flat dough for our treats. Pito, are you excited? You want treats, honey? So I have my dough flattened out, about 1/2 inch thick, and I did decide I'm going to use, I don't have any Halloween or dog related cookie cutters, but I have Christmas cookie cutters. I'm just going to use this little candy cane thing. Dogs don't know the difference. So we're just going to cut these out, put them on our baking sheet, which I have sprayed down and prepared on my stove, preheat the oven to 325. And then we're going to bake them for about 8 to 12 minutes. So after cutting out some biscuits, you're just going to knead it back together, roll it back out, and cut out some more until you're all done. Okay, you guys, I have all of my dog treats cut out, ready to put in the oven. Once they're out of the oven, I have a little special surprise to end them with. It makes a lot. I have extra dough. I don't really have time to do 2 batches, so with the extra dough, I just put in a freezer bag and put them in the freezer, and I will make them when these run out. Okay, so it's been about 8 minutes, 8 to 9 minutes. What I did is I flipped them all over, and then we're going to put them back in the oven for another about 7 minutes. If you want a little crunchier dog treat, a little more, up to 10 minutes, but we're gonna do a little more time on these. Okay, you guys, our treats are done. Pito's getting excited because I think he can smell them. They smell really good. I just have them on a plate right here, some of them. And what we're going to do to add a little extra to it is I melted about a 1/4 cup of peanut butter, just peanut butter, right in the microwave. Melted it for about 20 seconds. It pretty much takes. It's going to become nice and drizzly, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a little drizzle on top. Pito, you're going to love this. So we're just going to drizzle. Doesn't have to be perfect, just delicious. He's going to love these. Pito, you're so lucky. You know that? Okay, so here they are. They look so good. Little drizzle on there. I'm gonna go do the rest, and I'm gonna let them cool down because they're still a little warm, and then we will test it out on Pito and see what he thinks. All right, you guys, say hi, Pito. Our treat is ready. Look, he's so ready. I think he smells them because he's just been whining. Here it is, you guys. Looks delicious. Are you ready, Pop? Are you a good boy? All right, you've been a good boy. Here you go. Let's go see what he does. I know, he doesn't like when I watch. All right, I won't watch. Peanut butter. It's your favorite. Oh, he loves it. Yum, Pito. Pito approved? Was it good? I don't have more right now. Was it good? Yum. All right, say bye, everyone. Thanks for watching. Good boy. Bye.